Hello friends and welcome into the Cowboys Report presented by Tavor. I am your host, Tom Downey. We're going to take you now to some Cowboys news, and yes, we'll have our therapy session on the game as well. But first up, a little news item here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've made a roster adjustment. They've added a new offensive guard in Xavier Su'a-Filo. Cowboys signed him to a 2-year deal with very limited guaranteed money. They also released Gideon Edwards in a related move. Su'a-Filo is a former second-round pick by the Houston Texans, was cut by the Tennessee Titans after training camp, after the preseason. Cowboys worked him out last week. Now they've brought him in. Again, a former second-round pick. Has not lived up to expectations, but the Cowboys needed offensive line depth on the interior. Remember, they traded for Parker Enger, and now he is on IR, which is a bad break there. But Su'a-Filo will take over once he's learned the offense as the team's top backup interior guard overall. So good news there for the Cowboys and Su'a-Filo to bring him in. Hopefully, he can get a little bit closer to living up to those expectations. The Cowboys are in bad shape if Connor Williams or Zach Martin goes down and misses an extended period of time. We'll take you now to our Cowboys Rumors Roundup, but first you got to understand what the stars mean that you'll see on screen. 0 stars. It's the number of fights Odell Beckham won against the net. It's fake news, don't buy it. 1 star, a small shred of truth means people are, and then 2 stars means people are talking. 3 stars means it's pretty likely, not quite set in stone, but you know, we're getting there. And 4 stars means Zeke Eaton, something he didn't really do in week 1. On to the big rumor, the one that everyone is still talking about. Randy Gregory, is he going to face a suspension or not? Things have kind of died down later last week, and then Adam Schefter comes out with his report that Gregory is indeed facing NFL discipline and that he suffered a substance abuse relapse last month. I'll give it 2 stars because I just don't know what's going on right now. I don't think the Cowboys know what's going on, so I don't know what's going on either. There have been media reports about this for several weeks, now at least a week and a half, I guess I should say. The NFL has not made any public comment because, well, of course, they're not going to. And Gregory's camp and the Cowboys say, hey, we don't know of anything bad that's going on. We think Gregory's fine. We think he's going to play in week 2. So I'm just very confused about this whole situation. Here's what Jerry Jones had to comment about this as well when asked about Randy Gregory. He says, I wouldn't make much of it. I don't think these reports have any substance at all if you really want the truth to it. I just don't know where we sit right now with Randy Gregory. I certainly hope there's nothing wrong, but there is some smoke fire here. So we'll keep it 2 stars for now. And if something does happen, if there's a suspension or what, we'll let you guys know. Also, make note of this. There has not been a single claim of a failed test, just a relapse of some kind. So does that mean there's a failed test or not? I'm not sure. Everything about this screams 2 stars, firmly in that rumor category. I am a Rico Gathers hater. But should Rico Gathers be active on game days for the Dallas Cowboys? Well, this might surprise you, but it's a 4-star for me. It's a no-brainer. Gathers wasn't active in week 1, and yet the Cowboys used all kinds of 2 tight end sets. Dalton Schultz played 2 snaps and wasn't really active on special teams. So if you're going to have 3 tight ends active, you're going to use all these 2 tight end sets, and you're not going to use Dalton Schultz, shouldn't Rico Gathers be active on game day? Now, maybe this was a discipline for his weed arrest, which hasn't been said, but kind of makes some sense, I think. And you certainly could have used Rico on 3rd and longs. Now, Rico Gathers is not the best tight end on this Cowboys roster. Stop it. That doesn't make sense. He's not good at 50% of the job, i.e. blocking. But I'd just like to have Rico out there on passing downs. All those 3rd and longs, I'd rather have Rico out there than Blake Jarwin and Jeff Swain. It's a no-brainer for me. I'm typing in Y or 1 for yes. Rico should be active on game day. All right, folks, we're trying to get our Cowboys Report YouTube channel to 5,000 subscribers. That is the next big number for us. Go to youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report and subscribe. We appreciate everyone that has already done so. More great Cowboys coverage coming up for you all year long. Little injury note here. Xavier Woods, will he be back for week 2? Well, it's still early in the week, obviously, but for now, we're going to go ahead and give this one just 2 stars on Xavier Woods. Now, the Cowboys are unsure if Woods will play in week 2. That's what Jerry Jones really straight up said. He said, quote, I don't know, but he's getting closer to playing. Woods coming back from that hamstring injury, so he's getting closer, has yet to practice. It's a Sunday night game this week against the New York Football Giants. So we'll keep it at 2 stars. The Cowboys, we know, and you guys know, the Cowboys know, everyone knows how finicky hamstring injuries can be. They won't rush Xavier Woods back. And by the way, as we'll talk about later on in the show, when we play Stock Up, Stock Down, Von Frazier actually looked pretty good in week 1 for the Dallas Cowboys. So 2 stars for now on Xavier Woods. We'll see what ends up happening there. Now, Y'all like beer, right? Of course you guys do. So if you guys want your own box of beer, you got to check out Tavour. It's free to sign up, and if you go to Tavour.com and use promo code CHATSPORTS, they'll give you $10 off your first purchase. They have this, last week they had this delicious key lime pie IPA. I'm not an IPA guy, but it was really good. So if you like craft beer, you got to check out Tavour at Tavour.com. On to some more rumors here for the Dallas Cowboys. Scott Linehan. This one will get you guys going. Is he going to stay as the play caller for the Dallas Cowboys? Well, I don't really agree with it, but it's going to be 4 stars because Jason Garrett says he has a tremendous amount of faith in Scott Linehan. To which I say, but why? Because Scott Linehan, really the past half of last year and this year, things have not gone according to plan. And since that 11-game win streak they had last year, or excuse me, 2 years ago, Cowboys are 500, which is just classic Jason Garrett. The Cowboys could not run the ball against the Panthers, especially early on. Pretty much everything went wrong for the offense. And I know that there's a lot of stuff to blame, and we'll talk more about that. But should the Cowboys dump Scott Linehan, at least as a play caller? You got offensive savant Jason Garrett as your head coach. Maybe he should be calling the plays. I'm fine with that. I didn't like Linehan. I wanted him fired after last year. But so far, the Cowboys and Garrett are tying their season to the play calling of one Scott Linehan. Stick on the offense here, and is Dak somewhere between Jared Goff and Cam Newton in terms of play? 1 star, Jerry, sometimes you say stuff and you make me go, wait, what? Because how is Dak Prescott between Jared Goff and Cam Newton? In terms of play style, I actually kind of agree with it. Not the best pocket guy in Jared Goff, but good enough, and Newton can run. So from play style, sure, I get it. But talent-wise, not really what we've seen the past season, half a season or so. So 1 star, I kind of get it from the play style argument, but don't really get it from the on-field play argument. So speaking of Dak, do you think he's the franchise quarterback for the Cowboys? Type A for yes, B for no. Yes, week 1 was bad. We're going to talk more about here in Stock Up, Stock Down. I'm not going to push the eject button on Dak Prescott. You have them for the full year. Let's see how he goes. If you want to type in C for maybe, I'm okay with that. But as of right now, I lean more towards yes than no. With that said, a lot of room for improvement with Dak Prescott. One last rumor for you guys, and I know you're going to love this one. Is the Cowboys season over? Oh, this one's just unbelievably fake news, and guess where it comes from? Where else but Philadelphia? That's just classic Eagles, right? NBC Philadelphia's headline was that is the Cowboys season already over? Come on, guys. It's week 1. I know that I believe that every games matter. Some, like producer Harris says, September games don't matter at all. I think they do. Yes, week 1 was a disappointment. No, the season is not already over. Heck, look at what's happened the last 5 times the Cowboys started the year 0-1. They've made the playoffs in 3 of them. Yeah, week 1 was a disaster. It's not what anybody wanted on the Cowboys. You, me, anyone. The season is not over quite yet. So with that in mind, what will the Cowboys record be this year? Let me know in the comments section. I had them originally pegged at 10-6 or 9-7, but I thought that they were going to win in week 1. So I'll knock it down. 9-7, 8-8. Season is not over. They're going to be in the playoff hunt, I think. I think this offense needs more time to grow and develop because clearly the offense has major issues, which we'll get to here in our next segment.